Well, it's game on once again for the Volvo Ocean Race.
3 minutes.
As the countdown to the transatlantic Leg 7 began, the teams bid a fond farewell to Miami.
It's been an amazing 2 weeks here in South Florida. It's bittersweet to leave, of course. We got a job to do out here. We got to keep our roll going, hopefully, if everything goes well. We'll talk to you from the middle of the Atlantic Ocean.
3, 2, 1.
It was a slow start to the 3,500 miles that lay ahead. The erratic 8 knots of early breeze bearing no comparison with tropical storm Alberto that lay simmering on the eastern seaboard, directly ahead of the fleet. The first goal, though, was to reach the Gulf Stream, the current that would aid the boats in their initial run north.
We just worked our way out into the Gulf Stream now. We've got 3.5 knots of currents going with us, and the objective is to stay in the current tonight and wait for the new northwesterly breeze to come in the morning. So not the best of starts, but we're slowly grinding them down again, so that's good.
Telefonica and Groupama had made the best headway from the line, and as they made it to open water and more breeze, it was the Spanish boat that soon edged to a marginal lead. But as the fleet approached the fringes of Alberto, things started to get interesting as Groupama came to the fore. They kept the pressure on Telefonica, never letting them extend their advantage, and before long they had traded their second place for the top spot.
Last night we had a good battle with Telefonica. We were the first to jibe and go offshore, and that was a good choice. The wind built up slowly but surely, and now we are reaching nearly 30 knots. We've gained a bit of ground on Telefonica, so that's good.
Puma were the next to attack. After an indifferent start, they'd used the building breeze to leapfrog Camper and Telefonica into second place. The coming hours would be vital as to how this leg would play out, the navigators constantly monitoring the weather data, waiting to call the shots on the moment to make the break out into the North Atlantic.
There was quite a bit of discussion about Alberto, the tropical storm, before we left. We're now very much in the vicinity of it. The centre of it is probably 55 miles away from us. Breeze is up to 25, gusting 27, and we hope to sail for another hour and a half, jibe and slingshot to the northeast of it.
As the winds freshened them back to the west, Alberto was serving up the opportunity for some fast, action-packed, open ocean sailing once again.